Welcome to No, I'm Not a Human, a game of choices where every decision made can save a life or take one. This game has been popular since its initial showcase about a year ago. However, recently, and by recently I mean about a month ago, its demo was made available on Steam. This demo is visually and more than likely mechanically different than the alpha that people played long ago. So that's the job I have here today, to show you what this game has to offer, and totally not because Slithy begged me to make this video. Subscribe. Instantly, when the game begins, you're thrust into this hallway at night, the disturbing music singing to you, and with a knock at the door. To cut a long story short, this is our neighbor who came to check on us and inform us that something is wrong with the sun. It's become so hot that staying out during the day can kill you. It's not known why the sun has changed, but that's not our only worry, unfortunately. This event has led to creatures coming from underground called visitors, who if they find out you're home alone or manage to get inside, will inevitably kill you. They are nearly indistinguishable from normal humans, but as the days go by, there are ways to check, like their perfect white teeth, lack of armpit hair, dirty nails, or blood red eyes. Unfortunately, everyone in this world is so goddamn weird, it makes it incredibly difficult to figure out who's a real human or not. Look at these things. It's disgusting and you can't even call some of these human. Always ignore them. Now we get to the main form of gameplay. It's kind of similar to something like Quarantine Zone, something I did not too long ago. Each night, several people will come knocking on the door, one after the other. We have to make the hard decision of letting people inside or keeping them away from us, dooming them to die. It's far from over whenever we let someone inside. We have to make sure they're not visitors when checking up on them, following the 4 rules I mentioned earlier. And if we make the call, we can end things. As the days go by, you're all alone with your guests, and each of them have their own unique personalities. One that I'll specifically point out is the Burned Man. Physically, he's one of the more suspicious looking people, but when it comes down to how he speaks, he's probably the most normal of the bunch in this game. Everyone has their own personality traits, like the wheelchair-bound thing, who quite literally has schizophrenia, and some fat guy who calls everyone human and sees the ongoing event as a religious purge. But he's the only one who behaves normal for his condition, accepting his imminent death from his burn wounds and laments his dead firefighter friends. Next up is something I typically wouldn't mention, but when pointed out to me I couldn't help but feel interested. The music in the game all shares the same song, the song that plays during the day. Once the night comes, it becomes distorted, and I initially left it at that, but without realizing it, each night the music is more and more distorted than the last. Take a listen. Next, I'll take the time to mention that you can look out up to 3 windows in your house at nighttime. As the days go by, you'll see a story unfold. On night 1, you can see your neighbor's house. The inside is bright with his family inside. And there are teens hanging out in the yard in the second window, and the third has absolutely nothing. On night 2, your neighbor and his daughter are playing outside, forgetting the grim apocalypse. In the second window, the teenagers who were there just last night are all dead. The blood on their corpse is still fresh, meaning it happened recently. And lastly, the third window has someone who is without a doubt a visitor, not even resembling someone human, and all we can do is wait for him to pass by the house. Night 3, a group of female employees are right by the neighbor's house. Whatever they're there for, we don't know. In the second window, there are more female employees cleaning up and studying the dead bodies of the teens from yesterday. And in the third window is a group of armed soldiers who we can hear are out for the pale visitor from the day before. Night 4, your neighbor's home is on fire. With no clues whether he or his family made it out alive, all you can do is assume the worst. In the second window, the visitor from before is holding the severed head of a soldier from the group the other day. And in the third window is a pile of lifeless bodies from soldiers, with one missing its head. Night 5. All that's left is a pile of ashes from the home of the one man you could call a friend in this apocalypse. The next window has the head from yesterday impaled on a stick, as a small threat from the visitor the other day. And the last window has female employees cleaning the mess the visitor caused with a group of soldiers' dead bodies and their belongings, thus ending the additional info the window gives us. So, What's next? This is where the game's demo ends, with only 5 days available to play until the full game releases at the end of the year. But what is there besides just surviving? The game's full story is still a mystery for several reasons. What are the visitors and why did they come from underground, specifically now once the sun started heating up? What's wrong with the sun to cause the daytime to be so dangerous? There's no clear answer besides pointing out some of the obvious details. The visitors will never attempt to force their entry and always try to blend in as humans despite being capable of extreme violence and strength, like the Pale Man, acting like vampires almost. FEMA is actively working on something, but it's unknown what they're doing the entire game. The government is hiding whatever goal they have set to work on, and not once do we get to understand what they're looking to accomplish. It's with that where we have trouble trusting them and their instructions due to having control over our lives and hiding their true intentions. The Pale White Man is a unique visitor. He hides nothing and he's the only one that will break into our home if we don't have anyone else inside with us, but leaves if he knows we're not alone. He's strong despite his skinny body and is fixated on hunting us and ensuring we do not forget his presence. When the full game releases, I can imagine he'll have an even bigger role to play to tell us something else. Something more important and disturbing about the truth of the situation the world is in from the sun and its unrelenting heat. In the end, there is not much we know about the future of this game or how things will go. We'll just have to wait for fall to come because in the end, dogs rule the world and only dogs will be here.